Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dayana, and I'm an operations and growth strategist. If you're just now joining me, welcome. I help female founders to build high-performing teams as well as automate their systems and processes. So let's get into it. So today I want to talk about the one shift that took me from being overwhelmed to organized. Whenever I think about this, it honestly just puts me at ease because I know how overwhelmed I was previously and how I did not have a system. I would try to remember everything off the top of my head. I would try to, I wouldn't write things down. I would just do my best to just try to remember everything. That was not doable. Like that was fine for a while, but like let's be honest, it wasn't sustainable and it wasn't scalable because I would just go through every day, try to remember everything in my head and making to-do lists, and then I wouldn't be as intentional with my to-do list because they would be so long. And if you have a to-do list that's literally this long, like obviously you're not going to get everything done. And so when you do that, I felt like it was like a vicious cycle, honestly, that just kind of led me down a path of not getting things done, not being efficient and effective with my time, and then me being overwhelmed because I didn't feel efficient and effective, like I was getting stuff done. So the biggest thing that helped me to really change was having a system for my scheduling. And so now, I kid you not, if it's not on my calendar, it does not exist in my mind. And that might be the wrong mentality to have, but it works for me because that means I live, eat, and breathe by my calendar. So I know if I have to be somewhere, I need to put it on my calendar because if it's not there, I'm probably not going to make it. Like I used to work at a company and my assistant would put stuff on my calendar. Well, one day she forgot to put a meeting on my calendar. I did not show up and I didn't have time to meet with that person. And I was like, it wasn't on my calendar. So I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to reschedule this appointment because they never sent me a calendar invite. And it wasn't anything on my assistant. It was actually on the other company that we were meeting with. But that's how important my schedule is to me. And that's how precious time is. I really do try my best to time block and everything like that now because that has helped me to be able to feel organized and feel in control of my time and be very intentional with the time that I do spend on different tasks. I don't like operating off out of constant chaos. I do my best to put systems in place and I will switch tasks because I don't want to burn out. And there's certain tasks that I do that I don't really love, but I know that they're a part of growing a business. So I do it anyways. But that's why I also switch tasks. So I might have answer emails and then I might have look at online training and then I might have, I don't know, something else random like create content, whatever that might be. But I try to break things up based on the things that I enjoy because I want to spread those throughout, make it fun, make it engaging for myself because otherwise I'm going to get burnt out. I'm going to get tired and I'm not going to want to do the things that I know that I need to do. So that's one of the ways that I've helped myself is by implementing my calendar system. And my calendar system is any and everything that I need to do needs to be on my calendar. Even if there's stuff that's overlapping, I need to know what I need to be to. And even if I cannot make it, I will still leave it on my calendar. I'll exit out and say like I can't make it, but I'm still going to leave it there so that way I have a mental note of where else I'm supposed to be or who else might be expecting me to be in a different spot. The single biggest mindset shift that helped me break out of reactive mode and lead with intention was my calendar system, genuinely and truly, and scheduling, because I realized everything cannot be held in my head. I was balancing so many different things and still am. And so it would be doing myself an injustice to not write things down. I used to think my mom was crazy for writing every single thing down. Like she had her journal. It was basically like her Bible, or not her journal, her planner. If it's not in her planner, it does not exist to her. And I thought she was crazy growing up. I was like, oh my gosh, whatever. And now I do the same thing, but with my digital calendar. Cause I'm like, if it's not on there, I'm not going to be there. That's how important my schedule is. And that is a single biggest mindset shift I had to make was we make time for the things that we want. There's certain things that we have to make time for. And I need to be able to calculate how long each thing is going to take. So that way I can be a good steward of my time and be more efficient and make sure I'm spending enough time with my fiance and with my friends and balancing everything with my family. So all of that plays a role. And so I feel like that operations tweak, because really it is an operations tweak, that's what freed up my time. So I call it calendaring. And that's one of my systems that I do. And maybe you're in a business where you actually are able to delegate certain tasks. That is what is going to help to ease your overwhelm, to help you to be organized. If you are not at the point where you've hired, maybe you are at a point where now you can hire. If you can hire that person to be able to do those minimum wage activities that are taking up your time, overwhelming you for no reason, when you should be focused on more revenue generating tasks. Whatever situation you're in, figure that out. Do an audit on yourself and where you're at within your business. If you have to do things yourself, put some systems in place to get organized. First, start with your calendar. Any unnecessary meetings, remove them. They can be some of my meetings, like I could replace with Loom videos. And Loom, if you don't know what it is, it's like where you can do a screen recording, you talk through it. That eliminates so many meetings because I can still express the things that I want to express without having to do it in real time. And then I can do it when I need to. If it's at 2 a.m., the other person can look at it at like 10 p.m. if they want to. So it's one of those asynchronous ways to communicate, and it has been extremely helpful. I also think that different tools, workflows, that also helps with automating things. If you have something have an email, make sure that it automatically copies over to your calendar. Or if you have Calendly and something books on your calendar, make sure it automatically copies over. So there's ways of making sure that you feel in control versus being buried. The last thing we want is in our business to feel like we're being buried, because at that point, it's really difficult for us to take time to step back from the business because we feel like that we're just trying to keep up. So if you feel like you're always behind, it's going to be extremely difficult to say, okay, I need to stop. I need to look back on my business. I need to do an audit. No, you're not going to feel like you have time to do any of that. So you need to start off from the get-go. And if you're in that place right now where you feel buried, take a day, take literally just 24 hours, figure out where your issues are lying and what you can do to fix that. Because I guarantee there are systems that you can put into place to make your life 10 times easier. And this shift did not just help my business, it honestly helped my mental health, like, and my creativity, because now I can create freely. I can do the things freely that I need to do because I know that I'm being intentional with my time. And I know that every single hour of the day is specifically made for something. So I really hope that this was helpful for you. If it was, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all tomorrow.